Hey everybody, this is Bill.
This is Roger.
And you guys are watching the first video this year from County Line Racing. And it's been forever, and I have not been doing much with the channel lately. But I think that we talked about it, and we're going to start putting out content probably regularly. Because, I mean, we just have enough stuff to work on that we could make some videos on our iPhones and post them. Some of it's tech, some of it's just funny stuff. Maybe we can get Roger and Brad arguing in the junkyard again or something about Brad beating you in a street race. So, I mean, I guess we could just cover like what we have coming up in 2020. So
it's a lot of shit.
County Line's been around for what, 4 years now?
At least.
It's 2016, I think, is whenever we started. But so we have, what year is this?
2019.
Okay, so Roger's rocking a 2019 Charger now, the Hemi 5.7. So this thing actually runs really good. I think it's faster than my Challenger, I'll be honest with you. It feels faster, maybe because I'm in the passenger seat, I don't know. But he has this. The Murata is broken again.
Well, they never, I mean, I don't know. We've never really showcased the Murata.
Well,
I mean,
the Murata,
a few little videos.
Okay,
but.
So the Murata that we picked up, that was the Nightmare trip. We ended up, blew it up after he rebuilt the transmission, and he blew that up. So he fixed the tranny, and he blew up the motor. Ended up, the rings went out in like cylinder 6 or something like that. And I had just tore Jeep Cherokee apart, and I had this Magnum motor sitting around. So Roger threw the Magnum motor in it, and like, you know, he was like, we were like kind of going back and forth, like, well, you know, do we, you know, put a cam in or whatever? And I like looked at him. I'm like, dude, just put it in and drive it for the summer. Like, let's just go enjoy it. And drove the thing to the Mopar Nationals, and he raced it. It ran what?
14.8 at 90 something mile an hour.
That's not bad. I mean, all things considered. I mean, it's a bone stock 318 truck. Yeah, it's a Magnum motor. So
just with headers and a high-rise intake.
Yeah, and a carb, you know, aftermarket carb. But I mean, for like a pretty much bone stock motor, that's pretty impressive. 391 gear. So anyway, then he blew that up. He didn't blow it up, but it is broken.
It has
right
some
now.
issues.
I think what it is those Magnum motors. We were aware of this going into it. They have like like where the combustion chamber is. I think like that surface right there. It's thin, and they crack. The heads crack. And Engine Quest, you can get a really nice cheap set of heads. Just be slow going around the turns so the phone doesn't fly off on us. But you can get a set of heads for like $600. So I don't know what Roger's going to do. If he's going to go back to the dark side of LA, or if he's going to stick with the Magnum like he should. I don't know.
408 stroke.
I'm going to stick with the Magnum, Bill. 408 stroke.
LA 408 stroke.
Garbage. Anyway, so probably going to fix the Murata.
Again.
We kind of unbroke the Dart tonight a little bit. Fuel pressure regulator was all messed up, and we put a new one on. We got an Aero Fuel on there now. Them Hollies, don't ever run one of them Hollies. They're junk. Absolute garbage. I went through 4, and people were like, well, why'd you keep putting them on? It's like, well, I was in the middle of race season, and the lines and the AN fittings and everything were set up for that regulator, and I didn't want to fabricate fuel lines in the middle of race season because I barely had enough time to work on the car as it was. So that's why. But fixed that, blew a needle and seat out, so we had to put a new one of those in. But aside from that, Dart needs the center section, the rear end rebuild, and I need a transmission seal for where the converter goes in. So that's going to be a great time pulling the transmission out, because it's just an absolute nightmare with them headers. So I have that to look forward to. It's going to be a great video of me throwing wrenches across the garage. What else do we got going on? So we got the Murata, we got the Dart. Oh, I bought a 84 Dodge Daytona converted to rear-wheel drive as a race car, because I love racing, but I hate beating on my Dart because, I mean, it's a street car, but it's a race car. It's not a race car. It's a street car. It has full Interior, it has 391 gears.
It has one seat and a roll bar.
It does not have a roll bar. It has a harness bar. And I only did that because I want to get a 10-second pass out of it, and then I want to put it back to the way it was the cruising around. Because it's supposed to be a street cruiser.
What size motor is that?
It's a 440. Shut up.
So it's a 440 what? 440 stroke to what?
It's not stroked. It's bored. It's like 452 because it's 60 over.
And
So
then what stall converter do you have?
3500.
Yeah, it's not a street car.
It's a street car. Anyway, to our standards, it's a street car. So I got the Daytona so I could take it to the track and just beat on it or whatever, and it wouldn't be a big deal. I think the phone shifted a little bit.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's because you're going nice and slow.
Do it. Fine. I will drive slower.
Thank you. Anyway, giving Roger a hard time because we don't have a camera mount. It's all your fault, Roger.
I know.
So I got that. Probably gonna put a 360 Magnum in it. 360 Magnum. Probably throw a cam and pistons in it and run some NOS and try to get into the 10s with it. It's pretty much what the goal is. Car already has a roll bar, and we'll probably do a video on it one day. So there's that.
It's a light car too.
It is light, and I'm actually gonna make it lighter because I'm gonna gut it.
Yeah.
So I want to try to get it like 2,300 pounds, maybe even less.
Yeah, because it is full interior right now.
It has full interior,
Yeah.
Minus the seats, which I don't know why somebody took the seats out of it, but all right. It has 2 drag seats that come with it.
Yeah, that's right.
So what else?
What about
I
trucks?
got a Ram Charger.
Yeah.
So it's an 87. That is going to get done this summer. I'm going to repaint it. It needs a tune-up, but aside from that, it has like a lot of quirks because people, instead of fixing stuff the right way, just kind of gum band and duct taped it. Like, not literally, but like it's just not fixed right. Windshield wiper switch is bad. It's just stuff like that. And then you got what?
It's
I
an
know.
86 D100.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bought it for like $1,200. I mean, it looks like something Joe Dirt would drive. But I mean, if you want to like really like look at it, the thing is so straight and so clean, it's ridiculous. It needs a carb. It has a little bit of a mist to it. I think it at least needs rebuilt.
Oh yeah.
That's what, a BBD on there?
Yeah.
2-barrel. Those are actually not bad carbs. What we should do is just take out one off that intake I got. It's probably not the same carb. There's like so many different variations of that. Anyway, so the trucks are another thing. Did I buy anything else? I don't know.
I mean, you had the Dart, but you got rid of that. What about the Cuda?
The 68. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do the 66 before I do the 68.
Yeah.
The 68, okay, so I have a 66 Cuda I've had since I was literally 14 years old. And I don't want it to be like a show car or super I mean, I want it to like look decent, but it's a rust bucket. It needs some patchwork, but I'm not making a show car out of it. And I'm not spending 2,000 hours on doing the body work and stuff. I'm going to make it as nice as I can with what I got. 273, probably like, I don't know, like 323 gears I'll probably put in it. I want to just be able to drive the car and have that muscle car feel, but it not be real rambunctious, like mechanical fuel pump, the whole 9. And I really would like to do that car this summer and this year at some point. And I think that it's very doable with the way I want to do it. So there's that, and then I have a 68, which is like almost done, but it's not done the way I want it to be done. So I think that I don't really know what I'm going to do with that car because it doesn't fit any criteria that I really have for it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it's not really a street car, but it's not really a drag car. It's like this weird in between where it's like, I don't know.
It's a nice car.
It is nice. It absolutely is. It's super nice. Take it slow because his phone's going to explode off the dashboard. But I don't know.
Because what? I mean, it has Moser axles and everything else underneath it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And a built 360.
It does have a built 360. Should just pull the 360 out of it and throw it in the Daytona, but I don't know what kind of pistons are in it. So I'd have to run it on all motor. Supposedly, it ran 1180s in a Barracuda. Supposedly with a 4-speed. But you never know. It does. I mean, it does have Edelbrock heads on it. And it has a cam in it.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you don't build the motor yourself, it's hard to tell what's in
until
it.
you rip it apart.
Yeah, and you gotta dissect it. So, Miranda have anything Subaru wise?
Not really. I mean, still got the WRX, and I don't know. She wants to get an STI. That's about it. But
Well,
yeah, nothing else Subaru wise.
What are you gonna do with the Murata as far as like, are you gonna leave it like completely cruiser street trim or?
Yeah, I mean, if I do decide to go stroker motor, I mean, it's going to stay full interior. I mean, it already has the 8 3/4 underneath it with 391s. And if I do like a mild stall speed, like a 2500 or 3000 stall speed in it, just keep it a road, a cruiser, but a fun cruiser, something that'll run 12s, eat a Mustang or two.
I think that, no, you know what? My converter's a 3000.
Yeah,
It's not 35. It's 3000. Yeah, I have a 3000 stall in mine.
just something to keep it.
You
yeah.
forget the numbers. If you don't,
if you don't, write
if you
it
don't
down.
do this, yeah, well, it's like you probably, eventually figure it out. But if you don't work on this stuff all the time, you'll forget your specs.
Yeah.
Because like there's just some stuff I forget, and I have to like go through and like try to remember it. So I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
So have you ever considered like race car, like just getting a car specifically for racing, even if it was like a ratty flat black car with like
yeah,
a small block in it and just
if I'm going
race
to
it?
put that much money into something, I'm going to be putting it into like a 71, 72 satellite or 70.
For a race car though, that seems like so much more of a cruiser. Like,
Yeah, but if I buy one, it's going to be down south. All the paint's going to be missing. It's just going to get a flat black paint job, and or turn the truck into something.
you know what? You could.
That truck would be badass.
That you really could turn that into like it really is like short bed, small
Yep.
block, 2-wheel drive. What kind of rear end's in it?
8 1/4.
8 1/4 can hold a lot more than people think.
Yeah, but you can get it. You can find a truck 8 3/4 for those for cheap.
Man, probably. You're probably right. I don't really know.
Yeah, a truck
Now,
8
that
3/4.
would actually, because they don't weigh that much.
No.
I mean they're heavy, but you have to figure
my truck's 3,700 pounds
that's like
across
that's
the
like
scale.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a road runner.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, because trucks are awesome because they're full frame. You don't need like frame rail connectors or nothing. I never even thought about that.
That truck would be sweet as like a.
It'd be like a
drag
muscle truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never even thought about that. That would be awesome.
And
It'd
thing
be
is,
so
too-
easy to work on and
Well,
so cheap.
If you wanted to actually, move the rear end in too, you wouldn't really have to cut the bed that much.
I don't even think
Don't
you'd have
have
to
the wheel
move the
wells.
rear end in. I think you just have to get like the offset of wheels to like
Yeah, just suck
just
it
the
up there.
dishes would have to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wow, I never even thought
I mean
about
that thing would be sweet. And there's
I'm
so much
telling
room.
you,
You
this
could put a
truck
big block in it.
Is so straight and so clean. It is like the perfect,
Yeah,
like cheap as hell, like drag car.
literally.
If you didn't need a tow vehicle, I'd be like, dude,
I mean, I can always buy another one.
you could always just buy another one. I always thought
For
about
as cheap
doing
as
like
this one
a
was.
Dakota. I always
Yeah.
thought about doing like a Dakota too. Like a Dakota would be like a super cheap.
They just don't have enough room. You put a 440 in that, and it's crammed.
Yeah,
Like,
it would
sucks.
be crammed. Yeah, I would honestly go with like a D100 like you have. Just buy another D100 that like
Yeah,
motor's blown up or something, or it needs something where you
Yeah.
don't care about it. Because I want you to go racing it. You can't race this thing all the time. I mean,
it has
you
a
can.
warranty.
Yeah, it has a warranty.
It has a warranty and launch control. I can do, I
A
can do
warranty
whatever.
and launch control. It's what happiness is made of. So
But yeah, I got the Barada to race too. Whenever we fix that, and
that because the Daytona is literally, I just want to race it. Like I might put like a Vermont license plate on it just to get it
Yeah.
around or do test hits with it. You know what I mean? But that's
That's
not
it.
going to
Yeah,
be
it's
a
gonna
car
be
I'm going to be
trailered to
like
there, and that's
drive.
it.
Yeah, just single stage paint job, make it look decent,
Yeah, and just
paint it
race
red again.
Put a whole bunch of stickers all
my
over
dad
it.
talks about it like it's his car. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm like, you're not going to do anything with it because it's not yours. No, I got some ideas. I'm like, yeah, you keep them to yourself. Tell you what, you go buy yourself a Daytona.
Yeah, because your dad wants to put a big block in it, but it's set up for a small block.
I do want to put a big block in it, but I don't want to do all the work that is required to put a big block in it. So I did that with my Dart once already.
don't want to do it.
It's
again.
it's not as easy as people think to fit a big block in an A body Mopar, let alone a
A
Daytona.
front wheel drive.
The
Mopar.
Daytona has a wide engine bay because it's meant to fit the motor and the transmission side by side, but it's short this way.
Yeah. So you
Now the
cut
firewall, well, the firewall's already been moved back like 4 inches, so it's like a crapshoot. And the thing is I don't have a rubber block that
to fit everything.
to
Yeah.
mock it, and I'm not like, there's no mocking like a 440. Like it's heavy no matter what, even if there's no rotating assembly in it. So the cheapest way is to just find a junk truck, Magnum motor, pull it out. You know, I'll stick that fiber optic cable down the spark plug holes, make sure it has cross hatching, and then just hone it. New pistons, standard bore. I mean, I built my motor. I didn't take to the machine shop.
Yeah.
I just honed it out. And he had like 4 years of racing on that motor. I honed it out and file fit rings, and that was it. So
Yeah.
so we got a lot of different garbage to work on. So we'll see what priority is. Probably the Dart for me right now because it's the easiest to fix.
It's the closest to actually going down the racetrack this year.
Yeah, I mean I could drive it on the road right now, but it would be one tire fire, and
Yeah.
I mean the fuel being sorted out was a big deal.
I mean,
So-
we're going racing this year, but are we just doing quarter mile? Are we doing autocross this year? I want to try to do autocross, that's for sure.
I might do autocross. I definitely got to rotate my tires on my Challenger if I do autocross. I've done it before, and it obliterates your tires because you just spin in these cars. It's not like driving a WRX. You're just hammering down.
I mean, it's
So-
something we can film, put on the page, you know?
Yeah, I have some old footage. Maybe I'll be able to put on the page whenever I had my 09 Charger. And
Yeah.
essentially it was just like an episode of Tokyo Drift. I was just all over the track. I didn't spin out, but I get lost in autocross tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I get lost. I did like a walkthrough. Maybe I'll be better because it was like my first time doing it, but I got lost a lot. Like I made like 3 clean passes where I didn't get lost, and I got disqualified. So I am, you know, stab and steer kind of guy, I think. So we'll get racing. I'd like to see you have something that's just like a race car, because like it doesn't need inspected. You don't have to care about it.
Yeah.
Do we have enough garbage parts
to
that
put
we
something
could?
together.
We literally could, man. Like we got extra cams and like, if
Yeah.
you just bought a shell, like I think that'd be super cool for us to just like build you a race car out of just fucking junk that we have left over. I swear. Anyway,
That'd be sweet.
yeah. I mean, seriously, like between the two of us, we definitely have enough small block
yeah.
parts. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have a 318 just sitting in. I have a 318 and a transmission sitting in my garage right now.
There you go.
You know.
There you go. You know, nitrous.
Yeah.
Nitrous.
Turbo.
If you want to do that, go for it. I'm not going to be there with them late nights because, dude, everything turbo I've ever owned is blown up. I'm serious. I'm not a turbo guy
low
anymore.
boost, 10 pounds on the wastegate.
Sure, it sounds good on paper and talking about it,
Yeah,
but
low compression though. Put an 8-to-1 compression on a 318. Low boost turbo. Like I said, about
what do you
10
do
pounds
about
of
headers?
boost.
You gonna just weld them
No,
suckers together yourself?
flip manifolds upside down and just weld some tubes.
Oh my god,
Non-intercooled.
dude, it would be such a piece of junk. Oh my god,
Who cares? If it runs 12s,
it probably wouldn't run. It'd probably just break every time you hit the gas pedal. That's what I'm saying. Just NA, man, NA and NOS, or NA. Just nice and easy, nice and simple. You know, we have like. Do you still have any carburetors left?
I sold those all.
I mean, that's understandable. You think?
I don't know.
Carburetors are easy to come by. You could always get something else.
My garage is destroyed.
Still.
Yeah.
No. The
Everything's
only reason
just
mine's
pushed
not
against the
destroyed is
walls.
because, All right, well, I mean, that's what we got going on.
There's a lot of stuff to come.
Oh, it's a 20-minute video, too. Got a lot of stuff coming our way, so check back with us. And, you know, we're going to be putting out content. So let's try to do at least one a week.
Yeah. We'll do
Even if
videos
it's
like
just-
this of just talking or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even if we do like tech tips, stupid
Yeah.
stuff, you know what I mean? Just little...
What about car shows, car meets? Yeah. Do old videos like you used to do.
Those are so much work, though.
Yeah,
I used to
that's
do
true.
meet and event coverage, and I think I was pretty good
Yeah.
at the videos. But man, is it a lot of work, and you know, it just takes time going out there because it almost like you can't enjoy the car meet because you're there.
Focusing on the video.
Yeah, you're there to film it, you know, and like getting the shots without having shaky cam, and it's a pain. Maybe I did Grudgment Day that one year. That video was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Then I got banned because I had copyrighted music in it.
Yeah, that video was great though.
I still have
That
it's
was like
on
one of the best
Facebook.
videos. Yeah,
It's still
it
on
is.
Facebook. All right, guys. Tune back in for more stuff and look for one a week, even if it's just tech tips and stuff like that and updates on what we're doing. And you know what? We might as well make a bunch of videos of walk-arounds of our junk. So
Yeah,
people know,
literally.
like make playlists for them. You know.
Yeah, so they at least know what the hell what we're working on.
All right, guys. I'm Bill,
I'm Roger.
and this has been County Line Racing. We'll see you next time.